go out like normal.
That's what I'll do. I'll be there waiting for you guys. Hey, I'm excited.
There are 299 Division I baseball programs, and 298 of them have a bus driver. The lone program that is without one, Indiana State. And Coach Mitch Hannes is just fine with that.
You know, you're talking about you really have another member of the family. We don't have a bus driver. We just have another member of our family. You would have to go a long way and a lot of places to find a better human being. And I think it's what his example is to our team that is invaluable to our players. You know, he's probably the guy that is picking up the guy that's struggling more than anybody else. If you're having a bad day or your spirit's a little down, boy, it's going to pick up when you meet Dan Spiceland.
You ever get butterflies for these games?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
We introduce you to Dan the Man with the broom after the Illinois State Series, a tradition Dan started after every sweep on the road 8 years ago on his first trip driving the Sycamores. But there is another tradition with Dan. He doesn't stay on the bus for the games. He's in the dugout with the uniform on.
Well, 3 years ago, Mitch came up to me and he said, Dan, now it's a totally different team now. When he told me this, he said, Dan, I'd like to have you in the dugout with us. But he said, in order to do that, I'm going to give you a uniform. And I tell you what, it melted my heart because I felt like a kid again. I played this game all the way through high school, and it was exciting to me. And to be able to put a uniform on and go into the dugout was a joy that I can hardly explain.
Yes, the brooms and having Dan in uniform is what makes this bond special. But it is also the stories that go untold, such as trying to find a way home after weather wreaking havoc on a return trip from Washington.
You know, we were out in Seattle and our flight had been canceled, and then the earliest they could get us on a flight was about 12 midnight there, which is 4 in the morning back home. And then they were going to have to split us up, and some of the guys were going to fly through Texas, and some were going to fly through Denver, and some were, but they did have one possibility of flying into Chicago. We were originally scheduled to go into Indianapolis. So we called Dano at probably 2 in the morning and say, hey, can you pick us up in Chicago about 6 in the morning in about 4 hours? So he jumped out of bed and got the paperwork done and met us in Chicago and got us home.
Sycamores are safe and sound in Springfield with the tournament starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. local time, 10 o'clock back in Terre Haute. But no need to ask Dano the Mano if he believes the Sycamores have what it takes to be making a return trip to Terre Haute Sunday after a championship run.
Because just about every player that steps to the plate is capable of knocking one over the fence. And if it's a 1-run game or a 2-run game and you may be behind, the next guy that goes up the plate can tie it up or put you ahead. And that's exciting to me, to know that you are always in the game. And that's one of the reasons I look forward to this tournament. Because as I said before, anybody can beat anybody at any time. But we got the tools this year to go all the way.
299 Division I baseball programs. 298 have bus drivers that will be in the stands or waiting on the bus when first pitch is recorded. At 9 a.m. local time tomorrow, Dan Spiceland will be as far away from the bus as the team, because Dan is a Sycamore. For GoSycamores.com, I'm Luke Martin.